Hello everyone, today we are going to solve one of the trickiest exercise here in SQL in HackerRun. Most people fail this test, me included, because some minor defect in our query. So I will try to explain as easy and as clear as possible so you can understand. So let's break it down step by step, okay? Okay, let's start it. First, we need to see what the exercise wants. We need to create two queries, query 1 and query number 2. And the first query, we need to an alphabetically ordered list by named occupations, immediately followed by the first letter of each profession as parenthetical here in close parentheses. For example, we need a name, and if it's an actor, enclose with an A name, and if it's a doctor, enclose with a D, professor, enclose P, and singer, enclose S. That will be our first query. And into our second query, we need to create a report when we will have the total of each occupations and the occupation in place. Okay, so let's try to solve this. First of all, we already say that we need to create two queries. So select, we already know this, something from somewhere, and select something from somewhere. Okay, those will be our two queries. The first query, what do we need on the first query? We need the names and the occupations, but the occupation, we only need the first letter of the occupation. Okay, here we have all the occupation that we have. You see the occupation is with capital letter at the beginning, so we don't have to do anything to format it. Okay, this is our exit, our output, how we expect it to be. So we need the name and the capital letter from the occupation. So we need, in order to solve this, we need to understand that the column that they are asking is not physically in our tables. We need to construct this column. And how we do this? To do so, we are going to, for example, concat, because we want to join the name and the first letter of the occupation. So we need the name, concat the name. I want to concat it in parentheses with the first letter of the occupation. How we get the first letter of the occupation? We have two ways. One way is with substring. With substring, we can say the column name. Column name is occupation, and from where start and where to end. This is one way to do it, but I don't like to do this way. I would prefer to do it like left. This also will get me the first letter from the left in the substring, and I want to concat at the end with another parenthesis to close. So here we have the name and the first letter of occupation inside parentheses. Okay, where do we want to select this? From the occupations table, and this is our first query. This is the easiest one. So now go to the second query that we need to create the report. So the report, we are going to create it from the same table. Copy and paste it here, and we're from the same table. Well, we want to create this sentence. How can we create this sentence? So to create this sentence, I will do something similar that we did here, but with some functions, some aggregate functions that we want to apply to this string that we want to create. For example, what do we need? We need concat. We need this string first. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste it so avoid typos. Then we want to concat this with count everything, because I want to count everything, and count everything from the occupation, and at the end we need S on point. This is the trickiest part, because most of the people, me included, always forget the final dot and fail the assignment. But here's the way to do it. Here we figure out you need a space here, and also you need a space after the count, so we need to include it here, that space also, because if you don't, it will give you an error. Okay, you have the space and the end. So in order to do this count, you know that we cannot count without a group by. because you need to count all the occupations grouped by the occupations, because you want to know how many occupation is inside every occupation. So how can we do this? We go to group by occupation. So now we can count each occupation, and we want to order by, if you see here, you need to have each occupation like the first two, then three, then four. So we need to sort it by the amount of occupation, and then if you have two with the same amount, well, you need to sort it by the occupation in itself. So doctor, D is first than S, so we need doctor first than singer. Okay, so we need to order by discount and also order by occupation. And I think that's it. If we run it, I think we will work perfectly. And no, we have an error. Why is the error here? It seems like we have everything that we need, like Ashley, Samantha, Julia. Okay, we forgot to order by names here in the first query. So we need to order by name. Okay, I see the error. Actually, the error wasn't ordered by name. Also, we need to order by name, but the error is that occupation, if you see here, is with lowercase, and we are putting like the first letter with uppercase. So we need to do some lower here in our occupations. So now I think it will run smoothly. Congratulations, you passed your test, and this is why this is one of the trickiest one, because you see this minor error won't let you pass, and if you get this error in an interview, you will get very nervous and probably you will froze. So keep in mind that you cannot froze. Always remind to read again your problem, see the output, and try to be as calm as possible. Okay, thank you for watching another video, and see you in the next one. Bye.